Hello there. Have you heard or saw a game Darksiders? Well, now you have. In the first Darksider 1, a hack and slash action adventure game developed by Virgil Games and published by THQ and released on January 5, 2010 for PS3, Xbox 360, and as well PC. About set on a modern day Earth, and a war breaks out between heaven and hell. After the release, it was a success, spanning sequels like Darksiders 2, 3, and the latest, Darksider Genesis. And between those releases came the remasters of two old games, Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition, Darksiders Warmastered Edition. The game I'm gonna talk about for the casual perspective review. There's gonna be a spoiler of the scenes here and there, but I'm gonna put a warning there. If you're, how do you call this, not liking it. Okay then, first I'm gonna talk about the graphics. By the looks of it, at the time it was released on like 2016, a 6-year-old game, let it say, it's still good in my opinion. While these details, textures, and with cool lighting. Throughout some places, if you close air, you can see it. Or in open spaces, as you see places I like. There's not much I'm gonna say about the graphics because if you much to say on the water surface though.
Bruh.
So okay, the graphics is like okay and still fine to me. Move on to the gameplay. Gameplay. If you play the hack and slash games, it will come familiar to you, like on old God of War games and DMC, Devil May Cry. That's what I'm talking about. In somewhere near in gameplay. In addition, with a lock-on. It can be useful in some situations, uphold with some janky camera, but it can be make you look cool doing finishing moves. Combat in this game, it's good as it's snappy, fast, and bit chaotic if there's a lot of enemy. Like it can be bit crowded, like in 5 to 4. And a bit of annoying enemies at a time, but it can be easily dispatch them if you know what you're doing. And the puzzles in the game, bit hard, or a skill issue on me, and cool at the same time. Later on the game, showing items that how it works around the puzzles and can be useful in some combats at least, and other items help navigate throughout the world. Forgot to insert a bit of publishing here, so here we go. Story. To be honest with you, I kinda didn't pay attention to the story for the whole game. I was getting lost, you gotta say, the hell I'm gonna talk about. Some skull called Council. I don't know, it's a good story because from the start of the whole series, please forgive me on this. So I'm gonna just gonna rip out like the what do you call this? The starting plot from a fandom page. So it says here.
Since the dawn of time, the armies of heaven and hell have waged an endless war. Drawn to the conflict was the Charred Council, an entity bound by ancient laws to preserve order and balance. It held that any great power, unchecked, threatened the very fabric of the universe. In time, heaven and hell came to honor the Council and its laws, for none were beyond the swift and terrible justice of the Council's enforcers, a fearsome brotherhood known as the Four Horsemen. Amid the turmoil, the first humans emerged. The council foretold that these weak but cunning creatures would someday be integral to the balance. Thus, a third kingdom was named, the Kingdom of Man. By order of the council, a truce was forged between heaven and hell. The Great Pact was bound by 7 seals, to be broken at the appointed time, when man's kingdom stood ready for the end war. A battle that would bring balance and determine the ultimate fate of the 3 kingdoms.
That's the plot of the game. That's I'm gonna say. My observations on this game, not much on the story, but on the technical side of the game. And while I'm playing this, I was playing on the Epic Game Store. I get it from like a long week ago from a free week. That time. And I played it a while ago, but the save was on my other laptop, and the game doesn't have a cloud save. So if you're gonna play this, get it from Steam because it has cloud saving. You can go anywhere from other PCs. And some AI can be janky time to time or weird, like they're gonna stand there waiting, and there's some like bugs, not game breaking, just visuals. So in conclusion, it may be an old game with some flaws on it that are not worsened for the experience. Playing it though to the game, but the journey through the whole thing, the beginning, introducing to the whole series of Darksiders. And actually, I really recommend playing this game. Thank you for your time and listening whole through. See you on my next thing. Bye bye.